Traveling can be one of the most exciting parts of life, but it often comes with its fair share of stress, especially when it comes to catching flights. Everyone knows that sinking feeling of running through crowded terminals, constantly checking the time, and worrying that you might miss your flight altogether. For some people, this has become such a common experience that it feels like an unavoidable part of modern travel. But what if there was a way to ensure that you never miss another flight again? What if there was a shocking travel hack so effective that airlines would prefer you never knew about it? That's exactly what we'll explore in this video. 1. The real reason. People miss flights. The number one reason people miss flights isn't always traffic or bad luck. It's poor time management combined with a lack of awareness of how airlines and airports actually operate. Most travelers assume arriving 2 hours early is a foolproof strategy, but the reality is far more complex. Security wait times, last-minute gate changes, and even understaffed check-in counters can eat away at those 2 hours quickly. Airlines design their boarding processes in ways that prioritize efficiency for themselves, not necessarily for passengers, and that often leads to confusion. Even worse, airlines profit when you miss your flight. Once the gate is closed, your seat is resold or given to a standby passenger, meaning they don't actually lose money. On top of that, rebooking fees or last-minute ticket purchases add even more to their revenue. The system is practically designed for you to fail if you're not prepared. But here's the shocking part. Those who understand the system can actually avoid these pitfalls almost every time. Frequent flyers know that success is about mastering timing, tools, and preparation in ways that most people overlook. 2. Mastering online check-in early. One of the most underrated yet powerful hacks is checking in online as early as possible. Most airlines open online check-in 24 to 48 hours before departure, and taking advantage of this window does more than just save time, it locks in your position in the system. Early check-in not only secures your boarding pass, but also helps reduce the likelihood of being bumped from a flight, especially if it's oversold. Many travelers underestimate how often flights are oversold, leaving late check-in passengers at higher risk of being denied boarding. Online check-in also ensures you skip potentially chaotic counters, which often become bottlenecks due to long lines, missing documents, or understaffed desks. The earlier you check in, the more control you maintain over your journey. Another advantage of online check-in is that it immediately gives you access to important updates. Gate changes, delays, or cancellations often get pushed to passengers who have already checked in first. By being in the system early, you essentially get prioritized information before many other travelers even realize something has shifted. That few hours difference can mean the world when making decisions about leaving for the airport, choosing alternate routes, or requesting a new connection. 3. The power of airport lounges. Airline lounges are not just luxury waiting areas, they are survival hubs for smart travelers. Most people assume you need a business class ticket or elite status to access them, but that's not true. With certain credit cards or even day passes, you can slip inside and enjoy a calmer, more reliable travel experience. Lounges often have flight monitors and direct airline staff, which means you get real-time updates before the general terminal crowd. This insider access ensures you're never the last to know about delays, gate changes, or boarding announcements. It's not just about free food and comfortable chairs. It's about cutting stress and gaining time. Another overlooked detail about lounges is how they allow you to bypass bottlenecks that cause missed flights. For example, staff in lounges can rebook you directly if something goes wrong with your connection. While other passengers are waiting in long, snaking queues at the gate counter, you could already have your seat secured on the next available flight within minutes. This makes lounges not just a convenience, but a safeguard against ruined itineraries. Even better, many lounges are located near priority security and boarding lanes, so you save additional time getting to your plane. 4. The hidden app secret. When most passengers wait for the crackling, barely audible overhead announcement about a gate change, smart travelers already know 10 minutes earlier. How? Through flight tracking apps that refresh faster than airport boards. Apps like FlightAware, TripIt, or even hidden settings in Google Flights can alert you before the airline officially updates passengers. This gap in information can mean the difference between jogging calmly to a new gate or sprinting in a panic as the last boarding call echoes. Airlines rely on the fact that most passengers never bother to check independently, but once you do, you're in control. But there's another deeper layer to these apps. Some premium versions track aircraft positions in real time, meaning you can see exactly where your incoming plane is before it even lands. If it's still an hour away, you know your flight won't be boarding anytime soon, long before the airline announces delays. This knowledge is golden, especially when managing layovers or deciding whether to grab food before heading to the gate. Airlines hate this level of transparency because it removes the control they hold over passengers' time and decisions. 5. The seat selection trick. That saves time. Choosing the right seat isn't just about comfort, it's a tactical decision that can save you from missing flights. Many travelers unknowingly trap themselves at the back of the plane, where deboarding can take 15 to 20 minutes longer. That's valuable time lost when making tight connections. The hack here is to select seats as close to the front as possible, ideally aisle seats. Being among the first to exit allows you to cut ahead of hundreds of passengers, sprint through the terminal, and catch connections that would otherwise seem impossible. Airlines rarely emphasize this fact because the slower you deboard, the easier it is for them to control passenger flow. But your priority isn't helping their system. It's making sure you don't miss your flight. Treat your seat as a built-in time buffer, because every minute counts when rushing between gates in massive airports. Another overlooked tactic is choosing seats on the side of the plane that aligns with your next terminal's exit. For example, in some airports, deboarding doors open only on the left, so sitting on that side means you're out faster. Frequent flyers even study airport layouts to know exactly where to sit for the fastest transitions. It may sound extreme, but in airports where terminals stretch for miles, this can shave off precious minutes that spell the difference between making a connection or waiting hours for the next flight. 6. Mastering online check-in. Like a pro. Online check-in isn't just about skipping a counter. It's about claiming control before chaos even begins. When you check in online as early as possible, you secure your boarding group and seat before the airport rush. That head start ensures you're not stuck waiting at the back of the line when every second matters. Airlines often delay releasing boarding passes for strategic reasons, but if you know exactly when check-in opens, you can jump in before others. This guarantees not just peace of mind, but a tactical advantage. It also means you can go straight to security upon arrival, cutting hours of potential waiting. Missing flights often happens before you even hit the gate, right at the check-in bottleneck. Online check-in removes that risk entirely. What's more, online check-in lets you spot and solve problems earlier than anyone else. If your flight is oversold, checking in immediately puts you ahead of other passengers on standby. If there's an aircraft swap, you can often choose a better seat before the rest of the passengers realize. Airlines quietly benefit when people don't use online check-in. They get to shuffle seats, upsell, and prioritize passengers in ways that benefit them, not you. But by mastering the timing and process, you ensure the system works in your favor. 7. The carry-on strategy. Airlines. Fear. One of the most overlooked causes of missed flights is waiting for checked baggage. If your flight is delayed or your connection is short, waiting at a carousel is a guaranteed disaster. That's why the smartest travelers go carry-on only, even on long trips. A single, well-packed carry-on means you can leave the plane and head directly to your gate or exit without losing 30 minutes of your life. Airlines, of course, don't love this. Because baggage fees are a major revenue stream. They push passengers into checking luggage by making overhead bin space seem limited. But with proper strategy, like boarding early or packing compactly, you beat that game. Traveling light isn't just about convenience. It's about mobility, speed, and freedom from a baggage system designed to slow you down. Another advantage is avoiding lost luggage nightmares that ruin entire trips. Missing your suitcase can destroy a vacation or business trip, and airlines are never in a hurry to solve it. By going carry-on only, you eliminate that risk entirely. You also reduce the chance of being forced into baggage claim during rechecks at international airports. Every time you skip the luggage process, you reclaim time and reduce stress. For those who travel frequently, this adds up to hours, even days saved over a year. 8. The fast-track security lane. Secret security lines are the hidden killers of tight schedules. You can arrive early, but if the line snakes endlessly, you risk missing your flight before you even reach the gate. The hack here is to use fast track or priority lanes, often accessible not just to business travelers, but to anyone with the right credit card, frequent flyer membership, or even a day pass. Airlines don't advertise this clearly because they'd rather keep priority lanes feeling exclusive. But the truth is, many passengers qualify without realizing it. By unlocking this benefit, you can breeze past the lines that swallow up hundreds of stressed travelers. This isn't just a luxury, it's a time-saving shield against disaster. Another overlooked trick is enrolling in trusted traveler programs like TSA PreCheck, Global Entry, or equivalents worldwide. These programs allow you to bypass not just lines, but also the hassle of removing shoes, laptops, and liquids. That saved time accumulates into a smoother, faster airport experience that dramatically reduces the risk of missing flights. Airlines don't lose money directly from you skipping lines, but they do lose control over the flow of passengers, which they prefer to manage tightly. 9. The early boarding advantage. Early boarding isn't just for families with kids or elite status travelers. It's a hack anyone can secure with the right strategy. By boarding early, you guarantee overhead bin space, eliminate the stress of last-minute rushing, and position yourself to deboard faster when the plane lands. Airlines want to sell this as a premium perk, but there are often simple ways to get it free. Certain credit cards, loyalty programs, or even being flexible during check-in can secure early boarding. It's more than convenience. It's a system reset that gives you control from start to finish. Every minute, you gain compounds into a smoother trip and fewer risks of missed flights. The other hidden benefit of early boarding is the psychological calm it provides. While others are cramming bags and fighting for space, you're already seated comfortably, planning your next moves. This calm mindset keeps you sharper if unexpected changes arise. Instead of being frazzled, you're focused, ready to adapt. Airlines benefit from keeping passengers in chaotic boarding processes, but early boarding hacks allow you to escape that trap. 10. The secret backup flight strategy. Here's a hack airlines truly hate: booking a backup flight. With flexible or refundable ticket options, you can reserve an extra flight on the same route or to a nearby airport. If your original flight gets delayed, canceled, or overbooked, you simply switch. This strategy guarantees you're never left stranded, even when airlines are scrambling to reassign passengers. Airlines despise this tactic because it flips the power dynamic. You're no longer fully dependent on their schedule or mercy. Instead, you've built a safety net that ensures you'll always get to your destination. Another method is booking 2 separate itineraries with different airlines, especially when traveling to high-risk destinations with frequent delays. By having a backup, you're essentially creating your own insurance against missed flights. While others are begging airline staff for help, you already have a second plan locked in. It's a strategy only the savviest travelers use, and it's one airlines hope never becomes mainstream. After all, the more prepared passengers are, the less leverage airlines hold. This hack may seem extreme, but for frequent flyers or critical trips, It's a guaranteed way to never miss your flight again. So, those are the insider strategies airlines wish you never learned. Each hack chips away at the systems designed to keep you dependent, stressed, and sometimes stranded. Now you know how to flip the script and travel on your own terms. If you found these tips eye-opening, hit that like button, subscribe for more hidden travel hacks, and share this with someone who always panics at the airport.